Thanks for being here. So about that peace, take a deep breath. Welcome to yoga and so let's bring our awareness to the breath. Sit up nice and tall, relax those shoulders down. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose, relax the shoulders, keep the heart open, lifted, relax the muscles of your face. And we'll just take a few breaths to get centered and to get grounded here. Just start to roll the shoulders. Let's get the chest and the back involved in this shoulder roll. Big giant shoulder rolls connected to the breath. We're going to do a lot of breath work today. Change direction. I'm going to offer you the opportunity to use the breath of fire throughout your practice today. So the breath of fire is like a tonic to the body and to the mind. Good. Take those arms up, big breath in. Take it to one side, breathe out, and just flow with this for a little bit. We're just waking up the hips, the side body, the arms, the nervous system. Yep, just move the spine, good. So we're gonna do all of our poses today using the breath of fire. And I'm gonna go over what that is. Take a spinal twist. Take a look over that shoulder. So breath of fire is a very energetic breath. And it gives well-being to the body and to the mind. It's a medicinal breath, if you will. Switch, take the other side. So it is a little awkward, it is a little strange. If you haven't done it before, expect to feel slightly uncomfortable. That's what our yoga practice is, being comfortably uncomfortable. Good. Very nice. And then we're gonna unwind these legs. Just take a nice little stretch here. Releasing any tightness in the hips and the lower back and the hamstrings. Good. And then activate your strong stomach, roll yourself up. And then into the lower back. So we're just gonna do a nice little gentle warm up. And then I wanna teach you the breath of fire if you don't already know it, or it'll be review for those of you who do know it. It's a very energetic breath. So when we start to do the breath of fire in our practice, like I said, I'm offering you the opportunity, so you don't have to do it. Of course, change direction with your hips here. Good, good, good. So yeah, so if it's like just way too complicated for you and it's causing you any type of distress, then don't continue with it. Just use the regular yoga, deep belly, diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, so the breath of fire is this. Imagine you're a dog and you're hot and you're outside and you're panting. Stick your tongue out and pant like a dog. Put one hand on your stomach as you're doing it. Pant very vigorously. A lot of energy there. You'll notice when you do that, that the belly pulls in just naturally. You don't have to do anything with your stomach. I just want you to notice what happens with your stomach, sticking your tongue out, panting like a dog. Notice you just blow out, you just blow out, you blow out. The inhalation happens spontaneously. You don't have to think about the inhalation, right? Keep it going, and then close your mouth, pull your tongue in, close your mouth, and then it's all through the nostrils. And again, you don't have to breathe in. You're just, as if you're panting, the inhalation, the human body is amazing. It will figure it out. It's not out, it's not like hyperventilation. It's just blowing out, blowing out, blowing out, energetically through the nostrils. The inhalation happens spontaneously. You don't have to worry about it. But the same thing happens in the belly, whether your mouth is closed or open. So start with your tongue out, close your mouth. Keep going and close your eyes. Continue with breath of fire while you relax your shoulders. Continue with breath of fire while you lengthen your spine. Continue with breath of fire while you relax all the muscles of your face, your jaw, your scalp, your fingers and your toes even. Take a breath in, hold the breath, and exhale. Very nice, roll those shoulders around. Okay, so that's breath of fire. By the end of today's practice, you should be really good at it. So if you feel awkward and strange initially, you know, that's to be expected. It is a little bizarre at first. But like I said, it's going to bring vigor to the body and vigor to the mind. It's a very medicinal cleansing. Think of it as a tonic for the body and the mind. So let's just do some cat-cow with our traditional yoga breathing. Breathing out your cat pose, breathing in cow, exhale, inhale, and your full breaths. Good, and you're nice, connecting the body and the breath, the movement, the exhale to the cat pose, the inhale, dropping the belly down. Good, breathing out, breathing in. And really tuck the tailbone under now. Make this stretch a little deeper. Tuck your chin even more. Lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And then round it. Good, breathing out, breathing in, just moving that body, connecting the breath to the movement for a moment. Allowing yourself to be centered and grounded here. Your palms are flat on the floor. You notice the tops of your feet in contact with your mat. The same with your knees. Good. Just moving, moving, moving. And the next time you're in cat pose, stay in cat pose and begin your breath of fire here. Take a breath in, drop your belly. And take a breath out, return to cat pose. And then we're gonna go to cow, drop the belly. And begin breath of fire here. Take a breath in and cat pose on your exhale. And then again, just moving your body with the breath as we did in the beginning before we did breath of fire. Very nice, beautiful. Good, and then we're gonna roll the toes under and come into a down dog. Just play with it. Let's loosen up those hips, shall we? Let's loosen up those knees, bend those toes back. Good, good, good. And then we're returning to all fours. Take one arm out and the opposite leg back. Get a nice long straight line. Don't let the belly sag, so we want to activate the abdominal muscles, lengthening, strengthening, and add your breath of fire here, please. Take a breath in, stretch, open, lengthen, and exhale. Bring these down and switch sides. Opposite arm to leg. So if it's your right arm out, it's your left leg back. And watch that the lower back doesn't sag. Use your abdominal muscles to hold you up nice and strong. And begin your breath of fire here. Take a breath in, lengthen, strengthen. And exhale, float these down, very nice. And remember, you can always go back to just the deep diaphragmatic breathing if you're not comfortable with breath of fire. Come into down dog and just hold your down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. If your heels are touching the floor, walk them back a little bit so that you can press into that 1/4 inch of space between the heel and your mat. Press down with the heels, but reach up with the tailbone. Tuck your chin. Either deep belly breaths here or your breath of fire. Inhale, high plank. Breathe out. And breath of fire here. Take a breath in here. Exhale to low plank. Breath of fire here. Rest your belly and your hips on the floor. Inhale into cobra. Any variation of cobra, you know you can always do sphinx, whatever you like. Feet together, knees together. You can do some deep belly breaths for a moment. And breath of fire here. Shoulders are down from your ears. Toes and tailbone pointing back, but that navel point is pumping. Take a breath in. Exhale into child's pose. Good work, beautiful work. Stay here in child's pose. Breath of fire here. Breath in. Breath out. Excellent work, everybody. And back to all fours. And just move with your cat-cow, with your deeper diaphragmatic breathing here for just a moment. We'll take a pause. So remember the modifications and the variations. If we're in low plank and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do breath of fire here, then don't. If you're in low plank thinking my arms are killing me, then make that modification, release the pose, okay? So we're coming back to down dog. Take one leg up to the ceiling. And we're gonna bring this this foot between the hands. Good. And we're gonna stay in a lunge here. If your right foot's forward, your left hand is on the floor. If your left foot is forward, your right hand is on the floor, and we're doing a spinal twist here. This back leg is not all droopy and sloppy and lazy. It's energized. Remember, we're sending vitality to the body, to the muscles, to the joints, and to the mind. Breath of fire here. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring this hand down. High plank as you breathe in. Low plank as you breathe out. Cobra as you breathe in. And down dog on your exhale. It's the other leg that's coming up, stretching up, reaching up. And then we'll bring this foot between those hands. Staying high on the ball of the foot back there. So if your left leg is forward, left foot, bring your right hand next to it. Or switch. That back leg, put a lot of energy into it. Breath of fire here. Stay strong. Keep reaching up with that arm. Keep pressing back with that heel. Keep it up, keep it up. You're doing great, you're doing great. Inhale, and float the arm down on your exhale. And beautiful work. High plank on your inhale, low plank on your exhale. Good, cobra. And we'll come into that child's pose once again. Great work, everybody. You can do your deep belly breaths here. Cool, and then we're coming up to all fours, roll those toes under and jump yourself into a frog pose. I'll turn myself a little bit so you can see what's happening here. The knees come up, the feet jump out, the tailbone drops, just like a frog. So we're hanging out here in our little frog pose. You could do your deep belly breaths here or breath of fire. Fix your posture first. Get some lengthening through the torso and begin. Breath in, breathe out, and on an inhalation, stand yourself straight up, or however you come up. Come on up. Very nice. And we're gonna just be in mountain pose with your arms down alongside your body, palms up or into your body, whatever you prefer. Deep breath. And we'll sweep those arms up overhead. Bring those toes to touch. Very nice. And breath of fire here. Those arms nice and strong. Keep that torso lengthened. Keep your buttocks and your quads pulling upward. Nice and strong. Good work. Take a breath in, lengthen even more. Draw your sex organs up, draw your rectum up, draw your belly button in and up. Hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath. Exhale, bring those arms down. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders. Remembering that you can just stay with the deep belly breaths if that winds up being too intense for you, okay? So come into your tree pose, your variation of tree pose today. We're gonna do breath of fire here as well. So you might make a different choice for your tree pose today, knowing that we're gonna add that more vigorous breathing. But whatever tree pose you prefer, get there and we'll begin breath of fire. Are you ready? You're doing great. Keep it up, keep it up. Let's go. Inhale, lengthen up, stretch. Hold the breath, sex organs in and up, rectum up, belly in and up. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. And release all of it as you exhale. And get ready for the other side. And remember, if you're not doing your breath of fire, it's just deep belly breaths. But you can join us on that drawing up. So drawing the sex organs, let's stop for just a moment. The rectum and the sex organs up, the navel point in and up. These are root locks. These are locks on the of the energy system, quite honestly. We're pulling energy up. Kundalini, the Kundalini is rising. We pull it up, holding it, and then we let it flow so that you understand what's happening there. It's a very brief description, but ultimately, like that. So, just begin your breath of fire, or if you prefer, just the deep belly breaths you choose. And remember, any variation of tree pose, you can have the foot below the knee, you can have those toes resting on the floor. You know this, right? Making the modifications that are right for you. And if you're gonna join me in breath of fire, let's begin. It's still important to stare at one little spot. Hear the sound of your breath. And inhaling, drawing those locks up. Hold it, hold it. Hold the breath, hold the lock. Bringing the infinite life source of energy up through the body. And exhale. exhale, release it all. Beautiful. And then we're gonna stand in mountain pose. Close the eyes and we'll just do easy breathing here. A nice little check-in. Relax the shoulders. By now you might notice parts of your body that feel like really energized or tingly or warm. Breath of fire definitely brings up heat. And be with it. Be with that increased energy flow. Wonderful. Doesn't it feel good? It's like a natural, wonderful feeling of well-being. Okay, so those arms are coming up, and we're just gonna take a half moon pose. Don't let this arm get droopy, okay? Let's stay really strong here. Press this hip out, but don't have tension in the knees, okay? So find your good old half moon. Make that body as much of a C shape as you can. Tuck the chin a little bit, any tension out of the neck, get rid of it, okay? Begin breath of fire. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Let the other hip go out, soften those knees, but don't let this bottom arm get lazy. Nice and strong, squeeze it near your ears, begin. Inhale up. And swan dive down and inhale up again. So here's our deep belly breaths. Inhaling up, and your hips might even go forward and a little bit of a back bend if your body allows for that. Good. A few more of those. Opening, lifting. Front of the body opens here and the back of your body opens here. And we can just do the easy breathing. Deep belly breaths. Perfect. Bring everything down and shake it all out. Figure out which one is your right hand, which one is your right arm. Extend it out, bring your left arm under it. We're coming into eagle pose. So did you see that? Elbows to elbows, bend them, wrap them if you can. Don't worry about them if they don't wrap, it's okay. But keep your elbows pressing down. That'll draw your shoulders down, get a nice little stretch in the upper body. And then those feet come together and the knees soften. And now it's the left leg that's coming up and over. And yeah, breath of fire here. And when we inhale here, we're going to open all these limbs. Balance, hold the breath, hold the locks, and exhale, bring them down. And it's the left arm going up and the right arm under it, getting whatever wrap or semblance of a wrap you can get, like a Twizzler. I think of it like a Twizzler. And the right leg comes up this time and crosses over. And breath of fire. Stay with it. And the inhale takes all these limbs and lengthens them. Hold the breath, hold your locks. Sex organs up, rectum up, belly in and up. And exhale, bring it all down. Very nice. And then separate those feet about shoulder width apart. Or I'm sorry, hip width apart. No wider than hip width apart, let's put it that way. Hip width or narrower. And sit down into your chair pose. And again, chair pose, we don't want the tailbone to tuck out like this. Tuck it under, sit down. All your body weight is between the balls of the feet and the heels. Good. Let every toe touch down. Breath of fire here in chair pose. And your arms can stay in prayer position or you can extend them out. Just don't let the lower back do that, okay? Tuck it under. Begin. A lot of energy in those arms. And then we're gonna inhale, press those hips forward, lift the chest, exhale, return to chair pose. Hands in prayer position now, and twist to one side, any side. And even if it's just a nice little, you have your hands here and you twist just a tiny bit, that's okay. Maybe you can come down lower and hook your elbow to the outside of that knee and twist significantly. Wherever you are when you're twisting, it feels really good for your back. So you know that you've gone too far if it hurts. And you know you haven't gone far enough if you're not feeling it in your lower back, a gentle stretch. So, breath of fire. Come back to center, inhale, press those hips forward, exhale, back down into chair pose, and we're twisting in the other direction. Either you're deep belly breathing or you're doing breath of fire. Beautiful, back to center. All the way up, and we're gonna stay here with our deep belly breaths. Some of us, we might have a little softness in the knees and contracting the buttocks, pressing those hips forward, letting the chest open. And the arms are overhead, but then they kind of drop back with gravity. Easy breathing. Deep belly breaths. Very nice. Great work. And we'll swan dive forward. And we'll stay here into a forward bend. So if you have a block, and you prefer to use a block, that's fine, by all means. Some of us can maybe reach the floor. If you are reaching the floor, put your hands underneath your feet, so much so that your toes are at your wrists. Gorilla pose here. Good, 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 good. And then we're gonna release here. So wherever your hands happen to be, you know that it's the right place for you. I'm showing lots of different ways for hands to be. They could even be on your thighs, quite honestly. Wherever you are, you know it. Breath of fire. Let's do it. Inhale, lengthen where you can lengthen. Hamstrings, spine, arms. Exhale, release everything. Soften those knees. Get your hands out from underneath your feet. They were there, and roll yourself up. Very nice. And again, we're going to be in mountain pose and just allow for the body to receive all of this well-being, this tonic that we're giving it. Have the absorption process, the integration process, just taking a moment to allow for all of that to integrate. I hope you're feeling as awesome as I am. I love that breath of fire. Okay, so take a walk to the front of your mat. We're coming into a warrior one. Step back with one of your feet, it doesn't matter. Flatten out that back foot. Make it a nice, generous stance, okay? As long as this knee doesn't go past the toes, but it's going in the same direction as the toes, it's not collapsed in or wobbled out. It's going directly forward. Hips, shoulders squared up. Get your warrior one position. Also a great idea to contemplate your inner warrior. What are you a warrior for today? A lot of energy in the arms, none of this saggy, loosen, right? We're too strong for that. All right, let's get fired up, shall we? Do it. Awesome. Come into warrior two. Now your hips and shoulders are squared up with this sideline of your mat, but this front leg didn't move. Those toes and knee are still exactly as they are. This shoulder back, this hip back. Come a little lower if you like. Gaze over those fingers and fire it up. Let's go. Excellent, and bring those hips and shoulders back to the front line of your mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Warrior 3. For some of us, we'll just step right up from there or come in a little bit. Find your balance point. You might want to keep those toes on the floor, but we're doing breath of fire here. Oh, yes, we are. Ready, set, go. A lot of energy in the leg, a lot of energy in the arms. Feel that belly pumping, pumping, pumping. Take a breath in. Stay here, breathe out. And we'll bring those feet next to each other and then move around however you need to, shake it out. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? So the left leg is gonna go back. That very generous stance. Very long, wide. There you go, good. Hips and shoulders. How we doing? Breath of fire. You should be on fire by now. Somebody call 911. Get the fire extinguisher, because we are fired up. Good, good, good. And begin. Get those hips and shoulders. You know what to do. You know where you are. Be that warrior. Take a breath in, breathe out, come to warrior 2. Breath of fire here. Take a breath in here. Warrior 3, bring your hips and shoulders to that front line. Find your balance point. Find it, find it, find it. And fire it up. Take a breath in, lengthen, strengthen. Exhale, bring your feet next to each other. Wonderful, shake everything out. Come back to your mountain pose, come back to being centered. Deep belly breaths here. Increasing your self-awareness. Increasing the awareness of what's happening physically. What are you noticing in the hips? What are you noticing energetically? What are you noticing in the mind? Increasing your self-awareness. No judgments, no criticisms, no should-bes or have-tos. It is what it is, and we practice accepting things as they are in this moment. Acceptance. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Wonderful. Have a seat. Have a seat, and we'll get some hip openers. Oh, hip openers with breath of fire are the bomb. Okay, so we can do any cross-legged position that we want. So you can select just having one foot in front, or you could select having the right foot on top, or the right leg on top, or you could select stacking these knees. They're all good ones. You're gonna find the one that your hips are saying, thank you, but not ouch. Okay, you got it? Tell me when you're there. I'm holding my feet so they don't slip away and I don't lose my distance here. So, breath of fire. Keep doing your breath of fire as you slowly, little by little, start to lean forward, fall forward, gently, carefully, but continue with the breath of fire as you're moving forward. The breath is bringing you there. Feel it. And the navel point pumps and pumps and pumps and pumps. And ideally, at least when I do this, I'm feeling different things happening in my hips. They're just popping open, popping open, popping open. It feels glorious. So I hope you're experiencing that wonderful feeling as well. And then inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, lengthen your spine, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Hold those locks, the root locks, rectum, sex organs up, navel point in and up, hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the lock. And exhale. Lovely. Switch sides. Other leg, put the other leg on top or the other foot in front. Get those sit bones as equal to being anchored. Left butt cheek and right butt cheek pretty close to being equally pressing into your mat. And don't worry about it if it's not exact. Accept it. Lengthen the spine. Begin your breath of fire. And remember, as you're doing it, you'll just start to kind of fall forward, fold forward, and start to stretch and open even more things. So keep your awareness inward. Relaxing the jaw. Keep it going. Notice that belly pumping, pumping, pumping as you move forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, unwind these legs, unwind them, shake them out for a moment. And then we're gonna bring one heel into the groin. It doesn't matter which one, we're gonna do both. So you select which side, and then take your torso and turn it towards your extended leg. Good, and if you need to put something underneath your knee, a block or a pillow or a blanket, that's fine, do it. Take care of yourself, do what you gotta do. But do turn your torso here and slide these hands down this leg somewhere, and if you're reaching your toes, you're pulling them back a little bit. So be where it's right for you. Breath of fire. And then keep holding on. Lift your chin, lift your chest, lengthen your arms and your spine. Breathe in. Hold on to the root lock. Pull it up. Hold the breath. And exhale. And now we're just going to release over this leg and do your deep diaphragmatic breathing here. Slowing the breath. Allowing the weight of your relaxed upper body to deepen, stretch. Breathing, breathing. Good stuff. Switch sides. All right. And this knee, after it was bent, you might want to just shake it out a little bit, give it a little massage. But ultimately, we're doing the same thing on the other side, bringing that heel in, sliding your hands down until you can reach somewhere. Oh, turn the body over this leg as best you can, and begin your breath of fire. Breath in, hold the lock, exhale and relax over this leg. Use your diaphragmatic breathing here to release any tightnesses in the hips, in the knees, in the brain, wherever there might be tightness. Becoming aware of where it is that we hold on to stuff and then giving ourselves permission to just let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. For the record, I have been singing that or saying those words long before Elsa or whomever on Frozen. Just want to be clear. Goodness, I love that one. Okay, so we're coming up. And we're going to take both of these legs out, getting as open through the hips and the inner thighs as we possibly can, walking forward to the place where our body stops us. So that'll be different for each of us. Be mindful of your hips, your inner thighs, your joints. And wherever it is that you can be, breath of fire there. lot of energy in those arms though. Extend them out. Extend every one of those fingers as well. Take a breath in, hold it. Hold those locks. Draw your rectum up, your sex organs up, your navel point in and up. Hold the breath, hold the locks. And exhale, and stay here with your deep belly breath. Inhaling awareness and exhaling tightness. You're amazing. Come on up from there, and we're lying on our backs. Whoa, no we're not, I lied. Before we lie on our backs, we gotta do a boat pose. And your boat pose can be here with your feet on the floor. You can lean back to the extent that your core lets you do that. No straining, please. You can have one leg up, you can have both legs up, you can have the knees bent, you can have the legs straight. Doesn't matter to me, but it should matter to you. Find the one there, you're right on the edge of your comfort zone, right? Are you there? Are you ready? Breath of fire. A lot of energy in those arms and legs. Come on. Keep up, you're doing great. Keep it up, keep it up. Pump that navel point, really feel it. Stomach muscle, we're giving that vigor to the whole body and to the entire mind and every system and organ in your body. It's not just about the muscles and the joints. Yoga is about everything. More energy in those arms, more energy in that breath. Keep it up, you're doing great, keep it up. Take a breath in. Exhale into forward bend and do some deep diaphragmatic breathing here in your forward bend. Allowing the upper body to drop more and more over your extended legs. You don't have to touch your feet wherever your hands happen to be. Let them be there. Acceptance. But when you are into the best forward bend that you're able to get your body into this morning or today, breath of fire. Ready, set, go. A lot of energy in those legs. Don't start bending the knees and being sloppy. Stay strong, physically and mentally, emotionally and spiritually. Stay strong, please. Take a breath in, lift, lengthen, stay here. Exhale and roll yourself all the way up. Beautiful work. We're coming into table pose. Get those feet flat on the floor, get your palms flat on the floor. Your table pose might be that your buttocks remains on your mat, or it comes up. So, just like a table, breath of fire. A lot of energy in those arms. Get that buttocks up. Keep working it. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Keep up, keep up. Inhale, send the hips up even higher. Exhale, come down. Beautiful work, beautiful work. Now we're gonna lie on our backs. Lie on your back. Get those arms out in a T position. Drop your knees to one side. Roll your head to the other side. Stay here. The shoulders begin to press a little more actively into the floor. Your fingers, every one of them, pressing more actively into the floor. The knees, while they're over there, press them a little more actively to the floor. As well, this ear that's closest to the ground, press it a little bit more too. And breath of fire. Keep pressing though. Keep all that energy in the limbs. Take a breath in, breathe out, Beautiful. And roll the knees to the other side. Keep those arms really active. We don't have to do anything different there. The knees are pressing the other way. Your head is rolling to the opposite direction. A lot of energy in the limbs. Get those knees pressing and begin your breath of fire, please. Take a breath in, breathe out, and knees to center. Let's give them a hug. Give them a hug, get them in nice and tight, however you like it. Breath of fire. Breath in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Fingertips behind the knees. We're going to roll on the spine. Inhale here and exhale there. Inhale as you roll back. Exhale as you roll forward. Good. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Chin is tucked. Don't let your head hit the floor each time. Keep that chin tucked. We're working just with the spine, just with the nervous system. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, good, good. Very nice. Find your balance point each time when you come up now. Find a point where you can say, yep, I can balance right here. Good, and then roll again. And find your balance point again. Nice, one more time. Beautiful. So now we're gonna do that rolling on our spine a little more vigorously, so much so, and you'll have momentum to wind up onto the balls of the feet. Okay, so give yourself some room. Few of these, get some momentum until you wind up on the balls of your feet, okay? I find it's helpful to throw my arms out a little bit. It'll give me a little more momentum in that direction. But ultimately, we're gonna be here, then we're jumping back into our high plank, and then we're going into side plank for breath of fire. Take a breath in, open, lengthen, high plank, breath of fire. Breath in, side plank, other side, breath of fire. Breath in, high plank, breath of fire. Breath in, child's pose, breath of fire. Breath in, breath out, Sphinx pose. Breath of fire. Breath in, exhale, come down. We're gonna go for bow. However, for some of us, it might be just one hand, or you can remain in Sphinx pose because both are back strengtheners. And so you decide, okay, if you can go into full bow, go for it. You could do cobra here, you could do Sphinx here. But either way, won't you join me on breath of fire? A lot of energy in the body, open up. Inhale, Exhale, release it, and back to child's pose. One more time, breath of fire, you're doing great. This is it, this is it. The last means best, nice and strong here. Breath in, breathe out. So wonderful. And now I'm gonna have you roll over and lie on your back, okay? Just lie on your back, palms up. We're gonna allow for all of that amazing vigor that we gave to our body, this tonic, this medicinal tonic for the body and mind. We're gonna allow for that to sink in. Lying on your back with your palms turned up, increase your awareness of the deep belly breath, the diaphragmatic breathing. As you're doing that, let your toes relax. Let your ankles release. Breathing in. Deep into the abdomen, breathing out. Let your knees relax. Feel your hips and your thighs getting heavier as they just sink into your mat. And your buttocks rests. Your thighs relax. And the belly rises and falls effortlessly as your lower back. Become aware of your lower back and just notice what's happening there. Let it just release down to the floor. And your back, your middle back, your upper back, the entire back. Notice what's happening in your lungs and around your rib cage. Let everything be peaceful, be receptive, open to the positive changes. However subtle, most definitely very powerful, let those shoulders just drop heavily into the floor as you relax them. And your relaxed arms feel heavier as they rest on the floor, and your fingertips might also maybe even feel tingly. I feel tingling in my palms and fingertips. A lot of energy flowing. A lot of good positive energy flowing over here, and I hope you're having the same experience in your own unique way to be aware of that positivity that's flowing through you. This healing energy, this medicinal breath work. Breath of fire is really powerful. You might find after this that you have a sudden burst of energy to just do something, but it doesn't feel frantic. It doesn't feel harried or rushed. It just feels like a natural, it's our natural state. And around the throat and the neck, let all of that feel relaxed. Your jaw. Open your mouth really wide here. Really stretch the jaw joint. And then just close your mouth lightly, comfortably. And your eyeballs and your forehead, everything relaxes around your ears, your scalp. The brain, if you're real perceptive, you might even notice your brain is more relaxed. And to the best of your ability, check in with your internal organs. And roll your knees into your chest, give them a nice gentle hug, moving side to side if you like, taking your knees and moving them in a circle if you like, any direction, both directions. We're encouraging the flow of this amazing healing energy that we've just given to our bodies. When you're ready, bring yourself up into a seated position. Sit nice and tall. Get your spine lengthened once again. And the shoulders, and you prefer prefer to lay on the floor, that's fine too. You can continue to just lay there if you prefer. Breathing in awareness. Breathing out awareness. Breathing in peace. Breathing out peace. Breathing in compassion, compassion for yourself. Breathing out compassion for others. Excellent, excellent work. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Breath of fire is such a powerful breath, and it's one that you can do anytime you're feeling fatigued. If you're on a long drive and you're starting to feel tired, you could do breath of fire. In the morning, it's a great way to start your day before you even get out of bed. You can do it while you're just lying on your back in your bed. Just put your hand on your belly and start pumping that. You know, that'll be that energy. It's better than coffee. Well, maybe not, but yes. So have a beautiful, wonderful, high energy day. I wish you the best in all that you do. Peace, love, and light to all. Sat Nam. Namaste.